All right, and we're back for another Father-Son podcast with your normal hosts, Forrest and Jeff. We're chilling out. I actually said Jeff instead of Caveman. I must have messed up. We had a great day today. We went to Milos for dinner. How'd you like
Milos,
that? Milos, yeah. Milos,
great.
whatever, you know.
It was great. We were treated by the best chef in the nation.
Best chef in the nation? Well, at least the best chef in Western New York. We have another Toro, Val's boyfriend, also, or husband, actually.
They can be tied.
Yeah, he also cooks, so they should have a chef off for us. And we'll do it right in the podcast. We'll do a podcast, and Toro and Coach Matt can both whip up their best dishes, and we'll judge them live on air. And we'll have like an eating contest. You would be really good at that, to be honest with you.
I would just say a bunch of stuff to make me try and sound smart, and none of it would be true.
My palate finds this appealing.
It would make no sense to somebody who's actually a taste tester.
Yeah.
Like a chef.
So, what did you think about the restaurant? You thought it was going to be in a ghetto.
Yeah, with all the stories that they talk about, I was like, this is in a nice place for some crazy stories.
Yeah, Matt told us a story about him almost getting stabbed once at work.
Yeah,
so Forrest thought we were going into the I don't know, some bad part of town to go eat.
I really did.
And then you were pleasantly surprised by the decor of the restaurant.
Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
They had TVs just running ads, though. They should have TVs actually playing something.
Coach Matt's hand was actually in that ad.
Yes, it was cool. He talked to us about it.
He showed us his hand, and he's got those very handsome hands because he's a very handsome man. He's the handsome coach. I'm the ugly one. Works out good. He's the nice one. I'm the mean one. We got it all situated.
I'm pretty sure that's called flambe, but I'm not sure.
Flambe? Oh, when you're flipping that over? Well, he listens so he can comment and let us know if that's true or not. He said he's going to listen to this one because we said we are going to talk about him.
Yeah.
How was your food? What did you have?
I had spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
I had angel hair with red sauce and shrimp.
How was the sauce?
Good.
That was the advertisement for that, to talk about the good red sauce in the advertisement, or not the advertisement, but in the menu part. That was
the highlight, the red sauce?
Yeah, the red sauce. Well, that was one of the highlights of it. Because I briefly considered that. I briefly considered the sweet and sour salmon. That looked actually good.
You like the sweet and sour sauce?
I did like the sweet and sour sauce. Coach Matt sent it out with the calamari that we ordered. We also ordered calamari. What did you think about the calamari?
I liked it. It was really fresh.
I thought it was really fresh as well. Usually we get not so fresh calamari from Olive Garden when we get it.
Like when we get calamari from other places, like all the recent calamari I've had besides Milo's has just not been good. It's like not been as fresh. I can tell. Like it just doesn't taste as good. Doesn't taste as full. Doesn't have the same kind of taste.
Yeah, I like fullness. And it's not chewy like when it's overcooked a little bit.
Yeah. Because Coach Matt's a good cook.
Yeah. You didn't like the breading, though, you said.
I don't like breading on calamari. It just makes me stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, when I'm stuffed before I eat, it's just counterproductive.
I don't think that calamari without the breading on it would be a great appetizer, though. Although I do also like the taste of calamari. I would like it, I like it in a pasta or accentuating a dish rather than... What are you doing?
I'm trying to get closer to the mic so I can be, like, leaning back in my chair and not have to sit up. But also be able to talk into it so I sound close.
Right, yes. That's very good. Forrest has started wearing the headphones the last two podcasts.
This is the third one I've worn them,
last
right?
3 podcasts, yeah, maybe. So, obviously, his sound sounds better when you listen to it.
Yes.
And when it doesn't sound better, he can hear it, and he gets the looks on his eyes.
I hate hearing my own voice.
This is better now, though, right? Because you're more deeper and manly.
Yeah, I don't sound like a squirrel.
I can tell I'm a little bit stuffy or sick or something because when I listen to my voice, it sounds deeper recently too. You know, on the podcast.
Or maybe you're just getting more aggressive.
Maybe I'm just getting angry. Hulk smash.
I think you've been more lax than normal, actually.
More lax? Why is that?
Just seem more lax. I don't know.
Yeah, relax and chill out.
Maybe you're just more tired.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you're just so tired you're out of it.
No, I'm all right today. Well, actually, I was so tired I felt like high earlier, but I feel pretty good now. And not that I know what high feels like, but I felt like detached from the world, floating around.
You've been on pain drugs though before, right?
Right, yeah, Dilaudid and hydrocodone. Although hydrocodone don't make me feel loopy. They give me lots of energy. So,
Hydrocodone gives you energy?
yeah, like most people makes them like lazy. Me, it gives me a lot of energy, and it does some other things that I want to talk on a podcast with a little child. But everyone that listened probably just caught my drift. If not, you're not too smart. So the calamari was good. Then you had angel hair pasta and shrimp.
Yeah.
Which was good. Oh, the soups. Talk about your soup.
My soup was really good. It was like this creamy Greek lemon soup that I think I've had at Costa's, but Milo's was like crazy. It was amazing. Like it had the orzo in it, which is the pasta you're supposed to have in it. But I like that pasta because it's kind of a mix of like normal pasta and Italian wedding pasta. You know, the little balls.
Yeah.
So it's like a mix of those two, and it's shaped like a football if you like stretched it out like a cartoon or something. And then there was also these strips of chicken. You know, like you know when you get rotisserie chicken, it's real stringy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
That's cool. And I had like some cheeseburger soup. And oh my God, was it good. The soup was phenomenal. It was off the chain for me. It started to meal out just right. Did you just burp?
No, I was just trying to collect my breath so I sound better.
Oh.
I was talking a lot, and I was talking really fast. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear yourself when you talk fast too, so you can just count in your head and slow your talking down. It's a little distracting when you do that. So funny. He's like turning his head and just like taking a deep breath. He's like, it's kind of weird. And then I had steak in the grass, and it was good. But Coach Matt gave me I think he gave me a different cut of steak than normally comes with it, is what he said. But it was phenomenal, and he cooked it just perfect. It was like a good medium, like pink in the middle, red in the middle even, and seared on the outside. It was really good, and the cheese and steak were just like, oh,
you can tell when you have a trained chef and just like a normal cook.
Yeah, and it had the spinach. The spinach was really good spinach too. It's not like usually when you get steak in the grass, they put that cheap spinach on it, real stringy spinach. It was good spinach too. It was good. Mm-hmm.
How do you know what steak in the grass is if you're like not picky about your food?
I am picky about my food, but I know what most foods are. Steak and grass is a pretty common sub. It's all over the world. Not all over the world, but all over our world, like Lovejoy and Buffalo. It's a very Buffalo thing, I think.
Like beef on weck?
Yeah, like steak and grass is more widely used everywhere, but I mean, there's a lot of people in Buffalo like it. Mm-hmm. We're very meat orientated culture.
I think America is kind of like that, except for in California.
Yeah.
And New York City.
Uh-huh. Well, there's a lot more hippies that are into not eating meat now. Not just hippies, but like vegans and all kinds of sorts of things. I don't understand that, but it is what it is.
Meat is like good for you.
Mm-hmm. Miss G.I. Jane, she's a fighter, and she's a vegan, I think. Pretty sure she's vegan, not vegetarian.
I don't think being vegan or vegetarian is actually really that healthy for you.
Depends on your protein sources.
Because when you're eating meat, you get like a lot more protein. Mm-hmm. And like eating meat, you get a lot of different nutrients than when you're eating plants. Or like when you're eating plants. They can do dairy, right? Just not like eggs.
I honestly don't know. I don't think they do. Maybe they do.
I'm pretty sure vegans.
If they do, I think they would use like almond milk or, those sorts of milks derived. I don't understand why people that do it for reasons that they don't want the animals hurt. Because it's been proven that not grass, but like vegetables and
or they might just be against.
Vegetation actually has feelings too.
They might just be against changing the animals, like modifying them so they have more kids, making them more fertile.
Yeah, I can't wait till we make that 27-wing chicken so we can get chicken wings a little bit cheaper. That'd be great. And they're super fat wings, so they're nice and plump and great to eat.
The drumstick isn't actually part of the wing, right?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Like
I think it's their leg, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the flats are the only real wing part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the flats are the best.
Because they're real chicken wings.
Yeah, and then you can like suck the middle out. It's so good.
Ew.
Those are my favorite ones.
Sometimes I just break it apart and eat the meat off the one bone rather than the other.
I stick the whole thing and go suck it right off the bone. I'd have made a good girl.
Wait, don't you take off one bone too, and then like?
Sometimes when I'm eating around people, when I'm not trying to be not gross, when I'm not enjoying my food, when I'm being socially acceptable. This is a good podcast so far. We started out and we didn't even get into the topic yet. We're like 10 minutes in. It's going to be like a regular podcast almost.
We don't need to do the trivial jobs. We could just talk about food.
You like a food podcast? We can do trivial jobs tomorrow on Christmas Eve. Or actually, let's do on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Let's do Christmas ones. We'll do trivial jobs on
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
That's been pushed back from Friday to Saturday to Sunday to Monday to Tuesday and now to Wednesday.
It's just like life at OSC. We just push back what we want to do until it's way overdue, and then we do it at the very last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were up super late last night. How was Venom?
Venom was good. It was really funny at the end.
Mm-hmm. I didn't make it to the end.
I don't want to spoil it for everybody else who's listening to this.
Yeah.
Because out of like the 5 people that are listening to it.
11. We got 11 steady viewers. And Randy Isabel is one of the 11. Miss K's wake is Wednesday. I wanted to try and go, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So Thursday is her funeral. I might go to that. It's during the day. Wednesday, I might be able to go if I leave work a little bit early and we drive out.
You would be able to do class then, though, right?
I would. It starts at 3. So if I left work at like 2:15, I could come home, pick you up. We could be out there by 3 and we could be back in time for class to start. But we won't be able to stay very long.
You have Christmas off.
Just Christmas Day. I'm working tomorrow, full day.
Yeah, but you said it's on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's on Wednesday.
So you could just go to bed early on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then
get up early.
Yeah.
And go to work early and leave early. Yeah.
But you're bad at going to bed early, so.
Well, I just get up early. Either way, I'll just get up early. It's Christmas Day. We're gonna be partying, man. Party. And we gotta go.
We're gonna be partying tomorrow.
Yeah, we gotta go to Grandma Mary's for dinner on
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna be there Monday and Tuesday.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see what happens Monday.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we will or not, because now it's a super long drive. But maybe we will. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then we got to go to Lala's on Tuesday, and then my mom's Tuesday. So it's a busy week. It's a good thing we got a little relaxing in today. It was good to get out to see Coach Matt, too. I'd like to see where he works, learn a lot more about him. It was the first time I've ever seen Coach Matt look tired.
He looked exhausted.
Yeah. Oh, the other time I seen him look tired is when he showed up hungover to the tournament. He looked pretty tired that day.
Wasn't that like after a holiday though?
I don't know. My memory's not too good. It was funny though. He was like, ugh. He was pretty jacked. It was after his birthday. Day after his birthday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they took him out for his birthday.
Mhm.
So it was funny. I'm surprised he even showed up. Coach Matt, if you're feeling that bad, you've got to show up, man. We understand. Well, not all of us have been there, but most people have been there. What else is going on? I thought we were going to talk about something else. What were we talking about in the car that we were going to talk about? We talk about Jordan Peterson, but that's not what we're going to talk about here. I have Forrest listen to Jordan Peterson now. What do you think about him so far?
He's a smart dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he knows what he's talking about. And I like him since he's everything I want to be when I'm arguing with somebody about something like that. But I'm not. So I'm glad I'm listening to him because he broke down, like, feminism and 2 aggressive feminists that were pressing him. And it was like, he got a little bit aggressive about his points, but, like, aggressive debating, not arguing.
Yeah, and he knows when to be aggressive and lay down the law and when to be calm and listen. And then he's not arguing like from ideology. He's making the argument on the fly, and he's arguing against what they're saying.
Yeah, he knows He knows who he's arguing against pretty quickly.
Yeah, he thinks super quick on his feet. He's very, very intelligent to make an argument in his head and construct it and deconstruct it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And actually, the reason I wanted you to listen to him, was that you growling?
No, I was just trying to fix my throat.
You're like,
What time is this?
Forrest is growling. It's 8:58. Or what time in the podcast?
Yeah.
It was like 15:10. Around there. Around 15 minutes. So it started at like 14:50 and listen for your growl. It's a little handsome. Now I got a cough. It's hard to do that. Yeah. I got a rock star throat from having so many rock stars.
I think it like, I don't know, it kind of like saliva or something gets in my throat, and it just makes me feel like I have more oxygen and makes it easier to talk.
Yeah, anyways, I just wanted you to listen to Jordan Peterson, and like I think he argues really, really good, and I thought you'd really enjoy that.
I need to start bringing water up here.
Yes, you should bring water up here so when we sit down and discuss things, you can drink.
I sound terrible.
We should get you beers and get you all hammered, and then let's see what you say. Mom would be happy if I got you drunk, probably. I'm just kidding. Mom would probably not be happy.
That would be a crazy podcast when I'm older.
Yeah, we'll have beers together.
Crazy. I'm probably not a very fun drunk, though.
No, you're probably angry, and
Yeah.
you probably cry a lot and do all kinds of crazy stuff. Probably pee in a corner. Yeah. It'd be good if you don't drink. If you stay not drinking, it'd be a good thing.
If I never got drunk, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd probably be the worst drunk in the history of human life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I drank for the first time after the fight, and it wasn't really all that great, to be honest with you. I mean, I didn't really notice too much of a difference. And then I drank the other night right before Mom left. And that time I felt different, but...
I remember when you tried to do the whiskey.
Yeah, I tried to do a little bit of whiskey. I took a sip, I spit it back out, and Mom's not going to be happy about that one. That's her good whiskey. I tried it. I was like, well, maybe this will be different. And I took a sip. I couldn't even drink it. It was so bad. I don't know why people drink.
It smelled like a Expo marker.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's one of the ingredients in an Expo marker.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't even put that much in there. I just put a little tiny bit because I smelled it. I was like, I don't think I can drink this. But I want to try it because I just looked all about that whiskey because we got the whiskey for Mr. Lenny. And so I thought, I don't know. Mom really likes whiskey. Maybe I'll give it a try. But it was nasty.
I think it might also be because you put it in Werner's.
Yeah, it could have been that too.
Like, I'm like pretty sure that ginger and alcohol probably don't go together too well.
Yeah.
Because Werner's is basically just ginger ale.
Right. So. Yeah. Well, my failing at drinking is not very... everyone can probably laugh at it. I'm such a bad drinker.
If you were a drunk, you'd probably be really sleepy and grumpy. That's what you would be as a drunk.
Yeah, sleepy and grumpy.
You'd be like the dad from Goldberg's when you're drunk.
I'm like the dad from Goldberg's now. I take my pants off and walk around all the time. It's the truth. I think it's okay to be whoever you are, man. Like,
yeah.
And I think you're a good person, and something that I'm parenting is making you kind of okay. Or is either that or my parenting is so bad that it makes you okay. One of those two things is making you a pretty good person. So I like to do these so people can hear us because, I don't know, I think sometimes you just need to sit down and talk with your kids. And we honestly, besides for this podcast, we don't really sit down and talk ever.
I don't know. We've been talking more since you have to talk to me more since
I have to talk to you more. What do you mean?
Because you're the one that's driving me around and everything. Yeah. Like, we talk in the morning.
Mm-hmm. We don't really talk in the morning, dude.
No, we're pretty tired.
You sit there, you're grumpy. You're like, I don't want to get up. You click through the radio station channels because you don't like to listen to what I like to listen to. So whatever, you put on whatever station you want. Then you recline in the chair and you don't say anything. That's not talking in the morning. Okay?
We talk when we're going home from the gym.
Right.
Though.
Yeah, we do that. We've been doing that though recently, even when I've been coming back and picking you up.
I think when this podcast has kind of opened up us talking to each other more in general.
I think so too.
Like,
Yeah.
I think before Mom left for the 30 days the first time, I didn't really talk to you all that much.
No, and you were scared of me. Remember?
Yeah.
Walking on eggshells. Mom was always telling me that you're scared to talk to me.
I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you're not scared to talk to me anymore.
You're super chill.
I know. I don't think I've been. Have I even yelled once since this? I've been watching alone.
You've never really yelled at me.
Yeah.
Like, yelled.
He's
air
making
quotes.
he's making air quotes.
I mean, you've been mad at me before.
For what? I mean, this
Fredonia?
trip. Oh yeah, I was
Oh.
mad at you for Fredonia.
Like-
I was talking about this trip. I meant.
Even
since
when
we've been
you
talking about it.
yell air quotes at me, like you don't literally yell. You just talk in a really angry voice.
Yeah, I was mad at you for Fredonia. You deserved it. Yeah, that's yeah. He fired a minute ago. We were having a poignant moment. I didn't want to interrupt it with Tripper stink. That's another part of our podcast. Is Tripper comes in here and blows it up. So that's one thing they always say: have a running joke in all your podcasts. And we definitely have the Tripper fart running joke.
And then we have Mr. Mickey.
Liliana may be here. She may be there today.
I think Liliana might be there today.
Yeah, Liliana might be there today.
And then you have Mr. Poopy Pants.
That's the caveman's corner. You can't take poopy pants from
Yeah.
caveman's corner.
But you have a running joke in all your podcasts.
Yeah,
And
we
then
all-
you have the tinfoil hat and the video series.
yeah, and the
Caveman's
conspiracy
conspiracies.
theory. I have a ghost, a lady that believes in ghosts. I'm gonna get her on too. I could just her parents died or something. Someone in her family died, but I'm gonna work on getting her on the podcast too.
So she believes in ghosts in a good way, not in a crazy
in a good way. And she does like ghost tours. Like she makes money off it too, I think. Or if not, she goes on a lot of ghost tours or something. I'm not quite sure how it works.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't believe in ghosts, so it'll be a good one.
I like when people believe in that kind of ghost, because it's not like a ghost that's like a transparent person that like you believe in.
Yeah.
It's kind of just some transparent, intangible being that they believe in, that they hear. Like they don't see, they hear.
What do you think if I hang up the painting Coach Matt gave me right here?
Can you hang that up though?
Yeah.
Why don't you just put it in your room? Why don't you just put it on the ceiling in your room? So
Why?
you always see it whenever you go to bed.
I don't care. It's just me. I think it look cool in here. And then like people could look at it when they're looking at me and know I'm a black belt.
You could be like Fanduzzi Studios and just put all your pictures like
Against the wall over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe over here. I want the person sitting here to see that I'm a black belt. That's
Well,
what I
like-
want.
The table is in the way.
Yeah,
Whoops.
but it's tall. It'll be here. I think you'll see it. I'll bring it in here for the next podcast tomorrow, and we'll see.
We'll see.
I got the sword.
Yeah.
I got the sword in here now, like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has. So actually, I brought this in here for the Nels pot. Oh, I saw a sword guy at Wegmans today, and he met Lala, the guy that
Wait.
had in Mr. Nels.
You saw him at Wegmans?
Yeah, I saw him at Wegmans. Yeah. I'm getting to be famous. People see me all around, and they're gonna hook me up at the studio, so I'm gonna be able to go over there.
Wait, what studio?
His sword fighting studio.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be able to go over there and get a free sword fight. I'm gonna get the spar with the swords.
I thought you meant podcast studio.
No,
I got
no, no.
excited.
No, yeah, that'd be cool. I would love to go do another podcast too, but
You should make this a podcast studio.
it is.
You should get that taken out, and then you should just put the sound absorbing stuff everywhere.
Yeah. Why? It sounds great in here.
I know, but
When you listen to podcasts, it's a very, very good sounding room.
it would sound better. It would sound even better if you had
Mm-hmm.
if you had some soundproofing in here. It would sound great.
Yeah, before I do that, I want to like get a real table in here and a little bit more set up. And to be honest, I don't know. I think hopefully Fanduzzi gets another studio because Chris was talking about that. And I don't like to have people at the house. You know, it's kind of weird. And our house is really never clean enough to really have people over. So there's a lot of pressure to clean up the house for the podcast too. But I mean, it is what it is for now. I'm gonna put that boxing ring over here when I clean this off.
Yeah.
And I would like to, like kind of accessorize the podcast room,
Mm-hmm.
especially now that Mr. Ray's not coming anymore. Jeez.
You should really try and get somebody famous on here.
Yeah, I had some famous people on here.
Well, like famous, like people that are relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
besides besides MMA. Because, like, a lot of people think MMA, like, when I talk to my friends at school and stuff, they all think MMA is just, like, dumb and stupid and, like, for stupid people.
Yeah.
And it's so much deeper than that, but, like, people don't understand.
Right. Well, I mean, I got you. Each podcast is going to have a kind of different audience, you know? Like, this one is more for, like, parents and, like, even the moms. I hope some of the moms and dads of the kids club listen to this. Because some of the moms, no offense, they're not doing a very good job disciplining their children. They kind of let their children do everything. And, you know, they see one thing wrong and they come in and they talk about it, you know? Sometimes kids learn the best from making mistakes and paying the price of making those mistakes. You know, if you take that away, if you nerf the world, the kids are not going to be able to handle it when things get tough.
Yeah.
And I've been working more and more with you on that. I've always been very tough on you, right? I've never had made it easy on you, especially when I'm coaching. Double hard on you.
I know, you're like triple hard on me when you're coaching me.
Yeah, you should be. Well, you're hard. You're a hard person to coach too. Because you ask all these questions like, what if this? What if that? What if this? What if that?
If, like, you know, on those, like, superhero cards where you have or, like, the rating, or, like, cards with some kind of rating, like sports cards with some kind of rating, my coachability score would be, like, a 4 out of 10.
I was just thinking 4 in my head, too.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Because you're tough for me to coach because you don't really listen to what I say. You're like, well, I would just do it like this. I'm like, well, this is going to happen. You're like, well, I'll do this then. You know, so like we get into an argument right in the middle of the class. And it's tough, especially in Muay Thai, because sometimes you ask really, really good questions and the things you say are very accurate, right? And sometimes you're just wrong. And the times that you're just wrong, I don't want to just make you cry in the middle of class and tell you you're wrong. But sometimes you're really wrong, right? It's not just a little bit wrong. You're really wrong. And a lot of it is all your posture, right? You have good technique, you're in and out good, but your posture is awful, all right? You need to work on keeping your back straighter.
Yeah.
It's bad in wrestling. It's bad in jiu-jitsu. It's bad in Muay Thai.
Like,
Muay Thai,
really bad.
And Muay Thai is not good at all. And MMA, like striking, is not so bad. Your posture is not so bad. But
have you seen Al Iaquinta?
Yeah.
He looks like a hunchback.
He does. But that's different. Because in that sport, your stance is different. Everything's different. You have little gloves on, so the punches do a lot more damage, right? You can wrestle. You can do a lot of stuff. So basically, you got an MMA style, right? Which is fine, except for when you're sparring kickboxing with Niall. Right? Or you're sparring kickboxing.
Nothing bad to Al Iaquinta, by the way. World-class fighter.
Dude, he is on a roll. He is phenomenal. We've not really talked much about fighting on this podcast at all.
Yeah, but just so people know that I don't, like, think Al Iaquinta doesn't belong. Because that happens to announcers a lot, and I don't want anybody to think that. Yeah,
everyone was like, oh, he did such a Khabib did such a shitty job. Such a poopy job. Poopy. Not that you've never heard a cuss word before since you hang out in locker rooms. Jeez, you heard everything there is to hear. And you don't repeat it because you're an awesome kid. But L.A. Iaquinta, when he had that great fight against Khabib and he's still pushing forward in the 4th and 5th rounds, it's like, oh, Khabib looks off. He looks off. No one gives L.A. Iaquinta credit for his talent. He is a phenomenal fighter.
He is an amazing striker. Like, he'll keep his composure through anything.
Did you watch that Kevin Lee fight, right? We watched some of it together?
Yeah, I saw the last, the 2 last rounds. I mean, he's insane. Like, his precision is like a sniper rifle. Like, his straight punches are like...
Yeah. And Kevin Lee was supposed to dominate him on the feet.
Yeah.
Like, L.A. Quinn is very underrated. And the next fight you should get is Conor McGregor, to be honest with you. It'd be a great fight, him and Conor. They're both, like...
The thing is,
the second best guy in the division. Yeah.
Like,
the thing is what?
Conor uses so many knees, uses a lot of knees. So if Iaquinta messes up, like, his posture is not going to help him much at all.
No, and McGregor's got really good kicks too.
Yeah,
and he has an in-out karate style, which is a lot different than L.A. Quinta's going forward.
Yeah, it's not a great fight for...
L.A. Quinta is a great wrestler, though, man. You can put him down. He is a good wrestler.
McGregor's the best striker in the world. Like, No joke. He's the best striker in the world right now. There's nobody better.
He didn't lump up Khabib. Khabib lumped him up, just to be fair. Jacked his jaw right up.
Khabib is like the best wrestler in the world. There's
Khabib
nobody
dropped
better than
him.
Khabib.
Right hand, dropped him on his butt with the right hand. You saw the fight, right?
Yeah, but like anybody in the UFC, like anybody in the top 10 of the UFC is miles ahead of like any professional fighter that I think I've ever seen.
Except for Pat Mix.
Yeah, he's
Maybe Mr. Solomon Renfro. Maybe Mr. Eric Herbert.
I don't know.
Maybe Mr. Superfly. Maybe Mr. Ali. Definitely Alex Castellano. Because he's handsome. Another jiu-jitsu is as sweet as Coach Matt's. Except for maybe Khabib's. Because Khabib smashes fools. Oh, half an hour, bud. Got anything else to say? This is the longest one I think we've ever done. Besides
Not
for
really.
like a Caveman's Corner one. Yeah. All right. Let's get out of here.
Out.
I love you.
Here, love you
Let's
too.
let's see if we can get Destiny on one of these. We can do a father kids podcast one night.
Yeah.
I keep trying to get her. She's like avoiding me. Boyfriends, you know. It's tough.
We could talk about ants.
Yeah. Dude, ants are bad, but some serious ants.
Ants can kill you.
Yeah, there's some ants that'll mess you up when they bite you, dude. Be jacked up.
No.
I keep telling her to get those like ants that eat people, but
Stay
she just
away-
wants regular ants.
Stay away from Japan. Japan has got some nasty insects.
Yeah.
Some nasty
Australia too. Australia's got those bird-eating spiders. I want one so bad. We should got one when Mom's out of town. Next time Mom's gone for 30 days, she can come back and we're gonna have a giant spider in here too. Have shit hanging on the walls and giant spiders and it'd be cool. Are you okay, Forrest?
Yeah.
Forrest is hunched over laughing. All right. Let's get out of here, man. I love you, dude.
Our next father-son podcast should be about our favorite UFC fighter.
Tomorrow, it's going to be Christmas Eve. We got to talk about Christmas stuff.
We should do 2.
We could do the NORAD tracker. We'll talk about the NORAD tracker.
I'm just kidding.
Fake news. Do you think it's shut down since the government shut down? NORAD's run by the government.
Really?
Yeah,
It's run by the government?
I think so. It's government funded at least.
Just because it's government funded and the government shut down doesn't mean that. I bet you it has other sources of like and other sponsorships.
We'll have to see. I think the NORAD tracker might be shut down.
That would stink.
Yeah.
That would really stink.
All right, we're out of here. Caveman's Corner coming to you. Oh, jeez, I messed up the exit.
We talked too much about fighting.
Yeah, it felt like a Caveman's Corner. It's a long one, too. Like, I was about to say, Caveman's Corner coming to you from North Buffalo Studio. Caveman Studios in North Buffalo. We out of here. But that's not the exit that we're going to use. And I jacked it up. I'd have to erase it and do it all over again. All right, dude, I love you, man.
Love you too.
There's a much better ending. I'm going to start telling Ray I love him at the end of her podcast. I think I might end better. All right, Raymond. We miss and we love you. Hopefully you're not dead somewheres. He's probably tied up in a trunk. All right, we're out of here. I love you, man.
Love you too.